As always, hello from Southern Ontario. It's February 11th. Some interesting developments in the UK. Stay with me here. The WEF desperation is evident. The World Economic Forum's losing ground in Europe and in the UK. The UK has postponed elections for a year. Now, at this point, I apologize again. I don't have the full picture. It's not the entire country. I'm not sure if it's like by-elections, quite how it works. I'm not familiar with their system totally. But it's like 5 or 6 million people who aren't going to vote. Now, the incumbent Labour Party, led by Keir Starmer, Young Global Leaders Program graduate, WEF member, who has stated on public record, there it is, a public record, that he puts his loyalty to the WEF ahead of the UK. Anyways, the Labour Party, Keir Starmer, has slipped to 24% in the polling. The Conservative Party that Keir Starmer had replaced has a new leader, and I forget her name. I did a video about her a while back after having researched her. She too is a Young Global Leaders Program graduate WEF member. The Reform Party, led by Nigel Farage, has surged to 25%, polling number one for the first time ever. Years back, they were maybe like our Canadian Green Party or something. But they just keep going up and up. Nigel Farage, again, the Reform Party, I can't find him in the WEF, and I have searched thoroughly, as I do. So, I mean, I don't know what their parliamentary law is, and etc. Can they actually do this? How much of a hullabaloo there's going to be? I don't know. But it shows WEF desperation. We saw it happen in France with their elections. Marine Le Pen, right wing, again, I can't find her as WEF, was surging ahead in the polls, handing Macron his hindside. Macron, of course, the Prime Minister, again, a life WEF member, no contention there, right? France has some two-step voting system. In the first round, in the elections, Marine Le Pen's right wing was, well, as I say, like in the polling, handing Macron his hindside. And then for the second round, Macron pulled some pretty desperate and somewhat shady moves and managed barely to cling to power. Moving to Germany, we see where their government has collapsed. The government led by Olaf Scholz. Again, I covered him in a previous video. Same deal, lifelong WEF member, so are his two right-hand men, whatever their names are, I forget. In Germany, the Conservative Party's polling at like 31%, and the AfD, Alternative for Deutschland, the one that's got everybody all on the left freaking out because they're alt-right, and what's his name, Elon Musk, did a brief sort of Zoom meeting with the leader of the ADF. Anyways, Scholz, WEF, plummeting in the polls. They got like 6% or something. I don't know what. He's done. And yet, still trying to outlaw the AfD party. Yeah, like that sounds like democracy, doesn't it? I don't think it's going to happen. Italy, Giorgia Meloni, her two predecessors were WEF members. She's not. France is in trouble politically and economically. I don't think I mentioned that on the way by. The Netherlands, of course, they booted out Mark Rutte, classmate of Justin Trudeau's from the Young Global Leaders 2005. So they got the WEF out of the Netherlands. Who else do we have? Oh, Poland, Spain. Interestingly enough, Norway. I'm not sure what their political situation is, who rules, what's going on there. But they've just announced they're not playing ball anymore with the European Union Council as regards net zero. There's a lot of pushback against the WEF, and I want to stress again that the World Economic Forum, through the European Union Parliament and Commission holds a lot of sway over the 27, I think it is, EU member nations as regards, amongst other things, well, farming practices, net zero, and immigration numbers, and some other stuff. So, and well, I see this video's running on now. With both the US and Argentina, and it looks like Italy is going to pull support from the WHO, the World Health Organization, which is a branch of the World Economic Forum. They're losing ground, and it's looking like they're starting to pull some desperate moves. Again, think about what happened in France, look at what's going on in the UK. And the German elections are this month, I think on the 27th of February. It'll be interesting to see what happens. Anyways, some hope, perhaps.